Hey everybody, my name is James and I want to thank you guys for stopping by my very first YouTube channel. It's time. And what I mean is it's time to talk about a lot of things. But what we're going to be talking about moving forward here on this channel are two words: sociopaths and psychopaths. Okay? And we're going to be using those terms interchangeably moving forward, mainly because both of those disorders share the same foundational traits. As you begin to do your research, you'll note later on down the line they have some minor differences, but they both have the same foundational traits. So we're going to be using those terms interchangeably, and we're going to talk about it in layman terms so that people can get it. These people are walking around here amongst us, and we don't know how to label them properly, and so they're getting away with murder, both physically and emotionally and spiritually. Financially, they're getting away, and we're not labeling. We need to shine a spotlight on these people, and that's what my goal here is from a personal standpoint. Obviously, the only reason I can even get on YouTube and talk about this subject is because I had the unfortunate experience of running into not just one, but two of them who are operating in my life at the worst time. The worst time. So yeah, let's talk about them. Let's find out their traits and their characteristics, and so hopefully you can spot them from afar and get on down the road in the other direction, because these people don't bring anything good in your life. The only thing that they're trying to do is set you up for destruction. That's all they're trying to do. Okay, and they do it very quickly. They do it very connivingly, and it's a methodology to their MO. And so let's just get right to it, man. I want to give you guys a quote from P.A. Spears from Type 1 Sociopath: "When difficult people are more than just difficult people." And I quote, "We do not have to be mental health professionals to identify the traits of the possible sociopaths among us." End quote. Okay? So real simple, like I said, we're going to be talking about them in layman's terms. We're going to figure out some of these traits, and so you guys can shine a spotlight on them. Okay? And now what I want to do is give you guys a real brief, concise definition from dictionary.com of what they are, the definition of a sociopath. Okay? A person with a psychopathic personality whose behavior is antisocial, often criminal, and who lacks a sense of moral responsibility or social conscience. So let's take a look at the last part of that definition, where it talks about they lack a sense of moral responsibility or social conscience. And this is one of their key to what they do and the way they operate, because they don't have any empathy. They don't give a damn about what they do to you, how frequently they do it to you. And they intend to do it to you as long as you stick around and can't figure out what it is they actually are. So that's the first thing that gives them away, is their lack of empathy. But that's something that you really don't find out until you're in their grips. Some things from more of a physical standpoint is, if you ever look at these people in the eyes, at least the two that I believe fit this profile, and I've read books on this, and all the books I read are spot on in terms of retelling my experience and their traits. But the two people that I believe fall into this category, both of them have what they call a shark stare or shark eyes. No life. Dead. And quite honestly, it's unflinching, and it's creepy, and it's weird. All day long, it's weird. It's really weird. But when you're in the throes of it, you don't really think about it that way. You'll think about it for a second, like, man, that's weird. How come she doesn't blink? You know what I mean? And then you just kind of cast it off and you move on. So from a physical standpoint, start looking people in their eyes, man. Look at them real good. Now, that doesn't mean that everybody who has what appears to be lifeless eyes are sociopathic or psychopathic. But if you find that they have those eyes, and then you're unfortunate enough to be around them more than you need to be, and you start to see the lack of empathy, in addition to their pathological lying, which is trait number 3, These people are monstrous liars. Monstrous liars. It's sickening to watch. They will lie to you even when they know they don't have to. And the only way they can do this is they study you. They study all of your likes, your dislikes, your wants, your all about you. And once they got it down, man, they can run off a string of lies in any conversation all day, every day, 24/7. And it sounds believable. It sounds credible. It sounds factual. And it sounds like you should go with it. That's how convincing these people are. Which brings us to trait number 4. These people are great actors. Great actors. And my train of thought, if you put these people on stale with Denzel and Meryl Streep and whoever else you want to name, these people will hold their own. They will hold their own. So, you know, you need to be aware of that for sure. For sure. Because it's how they manipulate, which is trait number 5. Master manipulators. Master manipulators. These people are so convincing that no one ever suspects them of creating the trouble in the first place, even though all the information is originating from them. And what I mean is, if you tell one of these people, and it doesn't matter if they're male or female, if you tell one of these people any piece of information, whether it's, you know, just general information or if it's something personal, once they have that information from you, they're going to turn around, and before they get to the group, they're going to take out all the truth out of it, insert their own lies, twist it up, jumble it up, mess it up as best they can, and then tell that version of the conversation to the group. So the next time you come around, right? Next time you come around and can't figure out why people are looking at you crazy and you know, eyeballing you a certain way, you can't figure it out. Yeah, it's that new chick you've been dating. It's the new dude you've been dating. They are great at that. They are great at it. Number 6 is, now I'm talking about 2 women, and part of their shtick is that they're very promiscuous. Now, I don't know if that's in 100% of the cases, but the chick I was dating, oh man, she's a straight up, excuse me ladies, excuse me, but she's a straight up and down slut all day long. You are never the only person she's seeing. Never, not no time. Okay? So you need to know that. She fits that bill. She fits that bill. So those things are things that you can probably see from afar. And if you see them, you can get on down the road. Okay? Trust and believe you can get on down the road because you don't want no part of it. There's also a couple more that you usually won't find out until you're in their throes, but I'm going to throw them out there anyway.